This is Desert Homestead Prepping. Make sure to like and subscribe and hit that bell for notifications. When it came to the shipping containers and where we wanted to place them, we kind of took some time to observe the way the storms come in and you know, the way the wind blows before we had really set up a place that we had decided upon on our property for where we were going to place them. Once we had come up with a spot, I was able to get a local rancher from the area, and we were able to do a barter and trade thing in exchange for his service to come and level out a spot, which was really cool. Really nice guy. I'd thought about a couple different options of how we were going to set these shipping containers. I'd seen that some people had used like cinder blocks or blocks of wood and had actually had theirs placed off the ground. And I didn't really like that idea for us, because where we're at, the wind can blow pretty hard at times, and in the winter it drops down into the negative. And with our trailers that are up off the ground, it's really hard to keep that camper trailer warm in the winter because of the open space underneath it. So we wanted to put the shipping containers right on the ground to really get rid of that issue. But I didn't want to just set them in the dirt, so I had planned on doing road base, kind of a gravel mixture that could shed the water whenever it rains. But when I got a hold of the guy that we were going to hire to bring out a load for us, he talked me into a different product that he had, which was a mixture of slag and lime. And so it goes down just like road base, but this mixture, after it's sat for a while and gotten wet and dried, it will harden up. Not solid like concrete, but really nice and hard. And I'm so glad that guy had suggested it, because we're very happy with it. The guy who brought in this road base, he spread it really nice, did a great job at dumping it nice and evenly. We still had to level it out by hand, and I came up with the idea of using the snow plow on our four-wheeler. But you know, the snow plow is designed to fold down whenever you hit a crack or something like that. So I came up with this idea to take the springs off and actually take these couplers, and I attached these couplers in place that would hold that blade straight up, and it worked out really well. I mean, you couldn't push a big pile of dirt, just not enough weight or power to do that, but you could skim along the surface, and it worked out pretty good for us to be able to get it leveled out. All right, so then after we had our space all level and ready, we had the shipping containers brought in. These shipping containers are 40-foot high cube. Got a great deal on these. The company that I was getting them from, they actually said, "Hey, can I get a deal if I buy 2 of them?" And they went for it. They said, "Yeah, we'll do that." So if you do get shipping containers for your homestead or for your property, you might want to think about getting 2 and try that idea of asking the price for 1 and see if you can get a deal if you get 2 of them. So we have these brought in, and we decided to place them in parallel, and you know, and set them so that there's a 16-foot gap in the middle. And so the plan is to use the one for storage, and then the other one to build into a cabin. And you know, if we have time or you know, more money later on in the future, then we'll probably bridge the gap and frame it in, and maybe continue a roof all the way across the top of both of them, or who knows, maybe I'll drag the other one in right against the cabin and just connect it. There's a couple different possibilities of what we could do, but I really wanted to keep it simple and focus on getting a functional, comfortable cabin completed. So we're just going to focus on the one and get that completely finished and ready for us to enjoy and to use when we need it. After we got these shipping containers in place, it made life for us so much better. I mean, before we had, you know, a secure storage out there on the property, I didn't really dare just leave things there. So we spent a lot of time and effort just to go out there. It felt like most of the work I was doing was just preparing to go and packing up to leave. So once we were able to have storage out there and have the supplies and tools, it made it so much easier for us to just go out there and start working, you know, and bring a few supplies here and there. I guess that kind of wraps it up for this video. On the next video, we'll come back and kind of go over the roof and why we decided on what we went with, and kind of go over how we attached it. I don't know what kind of ideas you guys have. If you guys have shipping containers, how you've placed them, and maybe in the comments explain why you have it off the ground, or why you do have it on the ground, or what the reasoning is behind how you have it placed. And who knows, maybe in the future I might change my mind and decide on the second shipping container to do things a little differently. But for now, the way that we have it set up has been working out really good for us. We've had no problem with water puddling or rust. It's really been working out pretty good. But yeah, so that kind of wraps it up for this video. You guys all take care.